What are you doing? Hello? Hello, sir? What are you doing? Sir? Well, everybody, welcome back to Bobcat Mountain. It's me again, JB. So, it's been a pretty busy summer around here. And as you can see, I've made a new friend. Everybody, say hi to Odin. Hi, Odin. How are you? Where are you going? Coming over here? Oh, him's a good boy. Him's a good boy. Yes, him he is. Ooh, him's a good boy. Yes, him he is. Odin is about, 4 months old now. And as far as we can tell, he's German Shepherd and maybe Husky. He's definitely German Shepherd. You can see that right off the bat. And he's a pretty good dog. He still has some accidents in the house every now and then. But mostly he's a good dog. And he loves the cabin. Say, yes, I do. See, I like it out here. It's quiet. Yeah. I like to chew on things, too. So, anyhow, you can go lay down now. You can. You can go lay down. Yeah, it's okay. Go lay down. Good boy. Watch this. Hey, get away from my coffee, man. Anyhow, he's a good pup. And he was free. Even better. So, as y'all know from a couple of the previous videos, I've got the walls up in here. The wall boards. For the most part, I got one little spot right there that's not done in the kitchen, but I've got some wiring to do still. But anyway, it's almost the magical time of year. Bear season in Arkansas, archery bear season starts next week. And I didn't realize this, but it actually starts a week before archery season for deer season. Archery for deer is the 24th, and archery for bear is the 17th, I think. So, I've got a couple bears on camera this year, and there's some good looking bears. One of them's pretty small. The other one looks like a nice shooter bear. I'd shoot him. So anyway, that's about it. The plan for this weekend, because next weekend is the opening for bear season. The plan for this weekend is to put the last spraying of glyphosate down on half of the food plot, and get 50 pounds of rye seed put down there. Rye, not rye grass, rye grain. Get around the cabin sprayed real good. I haven't mowed up here in a while. Get it sprayed real good. Put out a little bit of corn in the woods and down there in the feed plot, just to sweeten them up, get them coming in a little bit, and then and just get ready for next weekend, I guess. If I go bear hunting next weekend, it'll be down in the mountains in the Ouachitas. It won't be, here on the property. I haven't seen any bears on the property. That doesn't mean there's not one lurking around somewhere, but I haven't seen any. I have seen some turkeys on the property now. And I've got a doe and a fawn that pretty much live here now. That's kind of cool. And things are looking pretty good. I've got quite a few bucks coming in, kind of cruising a little bit. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then I've got the old 243 and the muzzle loader over there. And I need to get those sighted in. I've got them both bore sighted, but I'd like to get them both sighted in. So come along with me and Odin as we go through the weekend and just have fun. Bye. Well, good morning, children. It is pretty good morning. I are here with the Lord. Me and the dog have had breakfast and a couple cups of coffee. And I think it's about time to go down and get to spraying on the old food plot down there. So that should be fun, yes. Whew, that's a lot of bullets. A lot of bullets! That's a lot of bullets. I always try to, when I come out to the property, I try to switch over to just full metal jacket. I don't want to waste my very expensive personal defense rounds on a coyote or something. So anyway, the plan is, I think, here in a minute, once I get done fiddling around with this here weapon, is to go down there, mix me up some Roundup, take the four-wheeler down to the fire break and start spraying some glyphosate. Found some more. Some of these bullets are actually pretty expensive because they were purchased during the COVID pandemic and all the ammo shortages and stuff. So trust me when I tell you, back then, you probably already know, back then a little 50 round box of 9mm full metal jacket was pretty expensive, yes. Once I get that sprayed down there, the plan is to go ahead and get my rye seed down, my winter rye. And I'm thinking about trying to fill in some of them patches between the sorghum as well. Just because, why not? Might as well try to fill up any space you have in a food plot with something to eat. That's why it's called a food plot. Anyhow, come along and have some fun. Bye. Well, I couldn't get any footage of me coming down here because I have my hands full. Check this out though. Here's the sorghum. I had quite a bit come up. Not as much as I'd like, and I still had quite a bit of weeds in there, but didn't turn out too bad. And then of course, I've got deer down here and probably pigs and everything else coming in here just tearing this ground up. Almost looks like pigs, really. Something's been down here just pulverizing this ground down here, man. Absolutely pulverizing it. It's all fun, Tater. Anyway, I've sprayed this twice. And as you can see, I've gotten most of it. But some of that little green Johnson grass looking stuff needs to go. So, what I'm going to do is take that sprayer and just spray all this stuff again. That'll be my third spray, and then I'm going to come in here with a the seed spreader and get some seed down on here. Luckily, there are a lot of weeds in this, as you can tell. There's quite a bit of sorghum coming up. Matter of fact, it almost looks like there's like a second round of it coming up there. I don't know. But anyway, there's lots of sorghum coming up. There's also some soybeans in there still. That's a soybean. That's a soybean over there. I saw some other soybean up that way. That is American Beautyberry. Smells good. I've never eaten one. Evidently you can. But as I hear it, the deer love them, and so do the birds. And we've got quite a few of them on the property, so that's cool. It's really cool. American Beautyberry. Yes. Yeah, I'd say I got some pigs or something rooting around here. They're rooting up old, looks like old stumps with fungus on them or something. I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna have to come down here tonight and maybe do some hog hunting. Yep. Well, I am all out of rye seed, except for the stuff that's in my booth. Here's what we're looking at. You can see the seeds. They're probably every inch, maybe. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. I've got the whole thing seeded like that. So, hopefully, God willing, this will take off pretty good. And then, like I said, I've got my sorghum over there. And I also made a pass-through with it and seeded it. You know, it's got some bare spots and stuff. So we'll see what happens in the bare spots. Maybe the stuff will pop up and we'll give them a little bit more stuff to eat and munch on. So anyway, I'm gonna empty out my bootses. I'm gonna go up to the cabin. Oh no, I gotta put corn out. After I put corn out, I'm gonna empty my boots. I'm gonna empty my boots first, then corn. After I get done down here with the corn, I'm going to take a break, let the pup outside. There's gotta be hogs around here somewhere. Gotta be. Look at this. That whole trail behind me is like just tore up. Okay, well, we're here. Alrighty, folks. Right meow is my stand. And I don't think I need a whole lot of brushing in with my stand, but I am kind of exposed up there sometimes. So while I was at the Tractor Supply store, I picked up some of this leafy burlap looking real tree stuff, mossy oak stuff, whatever it is. So I'm gonna take some old baling string and this stuff, and I'm gonna hit up that thing and just see if I can't brush it in just a little bit. Yeah. Here we go. So this creek has been pretty dry for a while now. We've been in kind of a drought this year, but there are still places like that. Little water holes here and there that the deer and other animals use, and that's a perfect spot because they can go right down the creek bed here. They can come over here, they can get a drink. That's probably got 50 gallons or more water in it. They can get a drink, they can be secluded and hidden. Hell, you'd never see them. They could slip from my property to the neighbor's property, lickety split, never see them. Anyway, there's a couple of those wet holes along this stretch of creek. So, can you see me? I've got the left side here covered up, and I'm gonna put some right here too. Maybe even behind me. And on this side too. But I left a spot here in the middle, and I left it to where you can still pick it up. Anyway, I think this might help, because I am a little bit exposed. Not too bad, but a little bit. Should be fun this year. Might be fun tonight killing a pig if one shows up. I swear that's gotta be pigs. Anyway, I'm gonna keep tying this off. Okay, well, I'm getting a little sore and a little tired and a little hungry. But the good news is, I think I got this all done up here. So that's good. And this still comes up. No problem. Got the sides kind of done in. Sweet. See, that's why you keep things like baling twine, because you never know when you might need it. And this stuff is the good stuff because it just happens to be Hunter Orange. Oh. Well, this is the first trip up the hill of what will probably be many trips up the hill. I fired 2 shots so far at that target way down there with the 3 circles. I'm right at 105 yards, I think. So that's close enough. I'm shooting a little bit high, but I had a flyer that time too. So I'm gonna shoot a couple more and see what I'm working with. Oh yes. Here we go. I relieve this off just a wee bit. Let me think it's... Let's go check it out. Obviously, this is not the best setup. You know, shooting at 105 yards and shooting downhill instead of flat, and shooting from the saddle of a four-wheeler. after you walk up a hill and your breathing's all funky and heavy in the hot heat mid-September. But it seems to me like it's a more of a real world scenario than shooting from a lead sled at exactly 100 yards at a range. Whew. Yee. All right, here we go. That felt like a good hit. That felt like an absolutely good hit. Okay. So here was the first three. So that one was a flyer, way up here. Then I had this one and this one that were centered up pretty well, but they're about 4 inches too high. 2 and 4 inches. Now, looks like I'm good up and down, but I'm pulling to the right a little bit. That could totally be me. I should mark those. They're marked. Okie dokie. So, I moved it 3 inches to the left because I forgot that I had changed ammunition. So, of course, it's going to shoot a little bit different. I think that Norma ammunition is pretty good. So, I'm going to set it up for the Norma ammunition. I just fired 2 more shots on there, too. And then when that's done, I think the Winchester and the Remington, I don't have any Remington anymore, the Federal and the Winchester ought to shoot halfway close. Like I said, if I'm hitting a 8-inch target or a target the size of a volleyball at 100 yards and past that, 200, 300, 400 yards, that's not bad, Tater. That's pretty good. So that's what we're going for. That's fine. One to the left at 100 yards. Next one was there. And then there. That's the last one. That's the last 2 at 100 yards. So that ought to be all right. If I can hit a volleyball at 200, 300 yards, then we're doing good, Chief. Now we've got the old CVA out here. CVA Wolf, and time to get it sighted in. I just cleaned it a little bit. It was dirty. Still had a round in it from last year, but it shot, so that's good. Anyway, matter of fact, I think I did. I shot it last night, yeah. So I've got it bore sighted. I'm going to shoot it at the same 105-yard target down there, and you should be able to tell the difference between a 243 bullet in the paper and this one, because this is a big one. So let's get after it. There's a huge horsefly flying around me right now. It's no bueno. Okay. Humblest mumble, hum-ba-dee-dee-dee. Ha da 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 da. Hum bum, hubba-doo. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba hee hee. How do I do this comfortably? Ha-ba-dee-dee-dee. Ooh, Lordy. I think I hit the damn dirt. I think I hit the dirt. Well, I did not hit the dirt, which is good. You can definitely tell where I did hit. So I was aiming here. I hit here. Man. That's a big old hole. I'd say that's not too bad. So I need to come up, let's say 3 inches in 100 yards, maybe 3.5. The left and right ain't bad, actually. So if I can keep it right there on the left and right and just come up like 3.5 inches maybe, that'll be great. It's a big old gun. Blow! Cool. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Just in case. What are the pair of pliers for, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Sometimes that thing, the primer, is just a flat out bummer to get out. And you need one of them. So, that's done now. Now we're going to take our Hodgdon 777 50-30 pellets. So I don't load this with a Magnum load. You can load it with like, I think it's 150 grains or something like that of Pyrodex pellets. I use the 30 grain, and I use 3 of them for a total of 90 grain. And it works just fine. Sure enough, does. And I'm using these. I've got some super duper zippy ones right here. I think they're 240 or 200 and some odd grain. These here should be just fine. They're 290 grain, I believe. I've got a pack of them at the house, at the cabin. And they work just fine for what I do. The first one's not too bad. The second one gets a little bit rougher. 209 primers. I believe these are shotgun primers, which is totally cool. You know how I thought I hit dirt a while ago, but then I was like, oh no, this big hole, there's the bullet, right? Well, it is the bullet, but it's not the bullet. See that little tiny hole? That's shrapnel. That little tiny hole by the 9 is shrapnel. That little tiny hole right there is shrapnel. Those 2 tiny holes are shrapnel. Right there is where the bullet hit. Can you see it? It hit right there. So my next shot that I brought up like 4 inches, actually, I think hit the bottom here. And went in that way. And then exited. So I did come up a little bit. But I still need to come up like quite a ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15 inches. Holy crap. I'm not as good as I thought I was. No, child. No. Let's go. 15 inches. That's 15 times 4. That's a whole lot of clicks, man. A whole lot of clicks, okay. Yeah. So obviously, 15 times 4 is 60. 15 times 2 is 30. 15 times 4 is 60. We're going to do this 60 clicks up. What the hell? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now, let's try this again. I thought I saw like smoke and shit or dirt or something going all crazy there for a minute. Guess I was right for once. First time for everything, I know, right? By God, I got it that time. Okay, update. So, hopefully this will be my last trip back up the hill. I've got the rifle shooting. I think this is the 6th or 7th shot, probably 7th. So I think this one is fixing to be the 8th. So I'm kind of pushing the bounds of what I've been told is acceptable in terms of muzzle loading and how many shots you can take until you need to swab the barrel, because it starts getting kind of inaccurate. But as it stands right now, I'm shooting at a 4 or 5 inch group at 100 yards with this gun. I am positive that it can actually shoot better than that. That being said, like I said, it's been a lot of trips up this hill today, so I'm gonna shoot one more shot. I'm gonna really take my time and squeeze the trigger. And if this lands anywhere near the black, which is like a 3-inch circle by the bullseye, I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna swap the barrel and put it up. Here we go. I'm going for the top one. All there is to it, boys. I'm all sweaty. I'm hot. I'm breathing heavy. I'm tired. Try not to pull it. This shot right here was that second or third to last one. The second to last one, I don't know where in the hell it went, but I took my time and squeezed the trigger on this one after I readjusted, and I'm gonna leave that puppy alone. That's just fine. This one would probably be just fine, but you know me, I wanted to make sure everything was good, so here we go. Hey guys, handy dandy tip here. I was about to throw away my 777 pellet thing because it's empty, but I discovered something. You can actually put some rounds in here. So these are the regular belted rounds that I use, and they fit perfect upside down like that. In case you're wondering, you just kind of grab them and pull them out and stuff. And then I've got some 45 caliber Sabo rounds. They're a little harder to get out, but if you can get them out, they fit in there, you know, that way. And then I've got these Aerolite 250 grain ballistic tip ones. Now they're a little bit longer than the normal belted round, but get one out. A little bit longer. No, you can't really. I mean, you can tell it's got a different tip on it. But if you put them upside down like that, or right side up, I guess, they fit just fine. So you can have that as your little ammo box and keep it. So helpful tip, yes. Really? Him's a good boy. Yes, he is. Him's a good boy. Well, Odin, we got quite a few things done today, didn't we? Yeah. So, until next time, which I think will be the beginning of bear season next week. We can go hunt a bear. We can go hunt a bear. We can go get a bear. Yeah, so I will eat a bear. Until then, shoot straight, have fun. We'll check you later. Bye. Hello, lizard. What you are doing, Tree lizard. When I was a kid, I used to pull the tails off them damn things and catch them, pull the tails off, and the tails will grow back. Damnedest thing you ever seen.